you look at the schools level, the Nesafa level, the people who are coaching there are people who are just passionate about the game. They do it for the love of it. And why I raise the issue is because since we've been relegated, I see a lot of funny things like and when you look at some of the coaches, their behavior and so forth, you can see that they are not coaches. So I've just picked up that in Joban Klelepenchi in the Sidlalana third division with that. And also, I say it's a teacher. When the mathematics are Pumalapa and ground in your and that is why we're starting to we're lagging behind. We need to improve our coaches said to Honka from school all the way to professional level. Yeah, about press. I'm a club owners in the sense of we as professional teams, we take advantage of our press. There is a very, very good player who whatever, Msinga United. Because Msinga United contract their corner, the agreement SAFA ikhuluma 1 year. Uthola ukuthi wena ukhulisela umfana from the age of 14 masofika ku Municipal League funeka usayine 1 year, and lo mfana loyo, whether you like it or not, free at the end of the year. Uyathanda uthande kufuneka umnika iclearance yakhe makathi ngifuna ukuhamba. So that's where compensation comes in to say, okay, ulungile, you can take the boy for free, but you have to pay me compensation, which is 5%, which is I think it's 50,000 rands per year. If we live for 3 years, you get 150,000. Because important, I mean, these guys are spending their own money, imali emiziabo, imali abantwana babo, and then at the end of the day, and grooming that player is time and money. So at the end of the day, that boy has to go for free. And we amtata, we are kula mathima amakhulu fika shine, and the poor pressure or where it comes from doesn't get anything. If you look at TV, Amastex, Manj, the majority of these European countries and leagues and teams, so some were born there, some were taken from Africa, from our academies. Then it's the time now for Laman Club to understand the legality of the agreement. Then they must go back to these clubs like France. Okay, this boy man just sold France. Some years before he turned 23, he was playing for me. I'm asking for a compensation. They have a right to that. Because if he reaches 23, you cannot claim anything. But 23 and down, you can claim anything. I claim 50,000 per season. The club owners must understand our agreements. They must understand the agreement between FIFA and our Football Association. That agreement is there. It's for them to ukufunda. Singabuyela kulento amabhunu bayathanda ukusho ukuthi mawufuna ukufihla into ifihle encwadini sivela ukufunda. If they give them our rules, our constitution, we should read them and understand them, especially FIFA and SAFA. Then you'll be protected. It's a shame. Firstly, let's talk about the country. Firstly, it would be nicer to see South Africa in the World Cup. It's a shame we are not there. I wouldn't talk about foreigners, whether about World Cup. My interest is not them. It's South Africa and South Africa. We are not in the World Cup. We need to sit down, football people, and look as to what is going wrong, why we can't qualify. We get beat, Abokosafa, we get beat. Last year, so we need to sit down as a country and look into that and say, okay, this is where we're going wrong. Like I said, I even gave an example, 96. We are close to about 98% players playing overseas. Why can't we have players going overseas at an early age, maybe 17, 16, they must go overseas, and then when they come back, they are ready to represent their country. We're having all the players coming back home. Yes, because there's money now, because of ETS TV, but are they not ambitious enough to understand to play for the World Cup? It means so much. To play for your own country means so much. Some of us who've represented the country, we're proud. If you say to me, Ushone namhlanje uvuke kusasa, what you want to do, I'll say the same thing. Because I've been to the World Cup, I've been to Africa Cup of Nations. I know the feeling as a footballer. So I just hope the generation that is coming, we can send them overseas. What I've seen, from a distance, because of the education, the little education some of the players have got. I did raise the same issue with function that as well. They get so much money at the early age, and they can't control it. And that money, instead of a bank or they can't. They don't think proper because it's too much money. They don't know what to do with it. We have examples. We have plenty of examples today. So that is why I was raising the issue about education. If you really be educated, you'll be able to control the Malengenai, because the career of a footballer is very short. The curtain can fall down anytime. You'll be likely to play longer periods like us. There was nothing special. We were fit. So I think it's important that the attitude, he control a mali. Once you control a mali, then now you can't control them anymore. We told us about chain, but I'm a phone 93. I was go to inside. I'm a phone 93. I ran a business. I'm a phone 93. What pendula one time? You don't know what's happening. You find a businessman like Peterson, the top business people, when they phone one. It's true. You are on a phone 3. You don't know. So the attitude, the education, but you have one phone. You have one phone. So it also boils down to what you said, the attitude, the education. Because education is key. It's key. You don't have to have a degree, but that little education is key in life. There's too many luxurious things, man. TV, with a smart TV, my phone, a smartphone. I sit now, I go team up. By the time we get to train, I said to me, where are you going? We're a mall. Where's the mall? So there's a lot of distraction for footballers now, and there's a lot of things they can do in their spare time. During our time, all we did was training. So there's a difference. The technology as well plays a very important role. So that's about it. We start with the development coaches. Because and when you go to these games, you must hear how the coach is shouting at the young kids, just shouting. And the amount to what was he shouting for? You don't know what was. They shout like mad people. Mad. When I say mad, they shout. And these kids, the moment you shout a young kid, you kill his confidence. He can't play anymore. He doesn't want the ball because we are shout. You're going to shout at him. So where's faith? Normally come up and getting a faith. So that is why I say some of the coaches, they need to be coached. The humility, the approach, because when you coach these kids, you are a father. You cannot at all times shout umntana ubulala confident. Fana nasendlini ungena umntana apha enze iphutha uthi lesidomu lesi uzoba isidomu vele ngoba usho njalo wena mama ethi isidomu lesi. So it's the same as our coach. They have to understand that they are parents. Number one, they are not coaches. And anything cool and you notice development. It's about our coaches now because afuna CV. It's about winning for them, not for developing these young kids. They have to win at all costs. So that Batatela massive now, but development it's not all about winning. It's about adding value to a life of a kid. If I see this child smiling after a match, then I feel good that he did enjoy it. But if we find some kids are crying like a coach, it's not right. So we need to start with them. You know, to be honest, when we got relegated, Satu Saga cool good was Satan. Satan. I so far I'm going to go crested and program crested. Ask a bit in the only thing you put in the excitement, the bench, and you know the coaches are Namings and touring what they with how development of my coaches, you know, running around, shouting at players, you know, so but Tina Aska Road. I don't know, but Aska Road so far. Drama ngibona lapha ku NFG kuphela siyabuya lapha siyabona ama video lapha umuntu attackele umuntu penalty. So for me it's been an eye opener to go down, and a lot of people thought maybe because of my relegator but no, I'm happy. You know, and one thing that has surprised me, the talent which I see there, it's unbelievable. But if we go NFT, we can get the talent. Some bonabonile sengithathathile nakwabanye. Ingisizile ukuthi ngiye ngiyothatha lapha ezansi. But there's some very good players, but they need coaching. They need coaching. I mean, if you look at people are raving about Saleng. Saleng ubuya kule league school. He was playing for a team but Obi Chester Rustenburg. Akabuya anyway, ubuya khona lapha. But Pirate Tatile yamlona, and he developed into a good player. Manje sebamfanisa manje.
What's in Gallows? No idea. Is he anywhere close to you?
I don't know.
What do you think? What's your opinion?
Nah, it's too early. two games don't make you a Jomo Sono. Come on, let's be honest. 2 games don't make you a Jomo. You know, it's a fact. 2 games. Ultimately, just don't find some. Aibo. I'm 20 years. And I was the youngest professional player ever at 15. Basing Kalukoro of the Pirates. So, still comparing to Naman's in the oil. Assuming Karajane is a very good player. Very, very good player. Assuming Karajane and to go forward because my sister comparing about Jomo about AC is a bit of a problem because Bafana Venice also same thing happened to them. The pressure you're putting on them is too much. Let them enjoy their football. Let them enjoy their career. Think about comparison at anybody. Let's compare them with themselves. It's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah, no, it's not easy. Football was different that time. We were quicker, we were physical, and it was catching and a hoot. You know, during our time, I remember some, especially Masizela, it was worse. I remember the players there who not to sugar, pura sugar, being into an abo Richmond Guan, abo Fair, abo cheap, abo Mazu. bekunomunye bathi not a professor uMazulu bekane sibongonyana ngathi sama obani kwandlo umuntu bekahlupha dlala right wing no cheaper course. Some great players, so you can't compare those players. No, it would be injustice to compare about cheaper Nalaba, about Makaula Manja. No, Nalo because I left. Asim Negat. Good players. Yazi ngiyokhuluma something ngakuyibelieve. Ngibukela i-television. Angibukeli Premier League. Ngibukela la ngikho. Because bangibukela i-Premier League ngiyobenefita nothing. Ithi ngihlalela esigangeni sami la abathengiswe kusesigangeni la ngikho. Mara ama-ground akhona istrabo. Uyathuka ngathi kuzoqhamuka inkomo izulu. But ngithanda ibhola ngizodlala la ngokusonkulunkulu. God sent me there for a reason, for a purpose. So I'm happy to be there. To be honest, I'm happy, very happy. Inzima, because you can turn around uthi iliga inagi lama players bewadlala kudala. And then uyujika uthi wayewona bewanganaki ikhwama zabo. Uyabona? So at a certain age, you're not looking to be spoon-fed by association. You need to prepare for your future because the curtain can close down any time. So I don't know. It's a bit difficult one. All I can say is that maybe I'm part of it. We should go to coaching lessons and then maybe Safa ifake lamajita bewadlala ezikolweni bacoach baba fake ezikolweni. Maybe there will be big interest who schools football because if one school is coach Professor Kubane and coach Banbani ama players kuzoba ne-interest because azofuna ukucompete ngobona nama players. Yeah, but you can't expect league in the Safa spoon feed those 05. No, it's not fair. No, to be honest, it's like any other father. You are proud. At least it produces. You know, if you look at others one, noma azifihla ukuthi ubuya Cosmos, okhulele uyayifihla, it's all right. It's normal. I mean, others one was 14 years old, masumthola. Wakhula la samthatha samukisa eBrazil kuSantos wabuya ke uHelman Mkhalela ku-national team. You know, it's amazing because ngone crop belokidlala Cosmos iba ama-coach. We don't know what we did right, but it looks like it's working. We don't know. Mhlambe lesikhalakhala sibagezisa ngaso si-right. Angithi bathi wonke umuntu usebenzisa umuthi ebholeni. Angithi wabona bayathela emabhaleni.